Howdy there, music maker. Today I have another bit of gear from my friends over at Phenyx Pro to review for you guys. This is the Phenyx Pro PTU71 dual channel wireless microphone system. The guys were really excited to get me to review this one on the channel here because this is a pretty good option if you're in that kind of small to medium sized gig space and need a wireless microphone option. We've got a nice view of that wireless receiver unit on the front of the box here, but if we turn it around, you can actually see what's included in the box. We've got the dual channel wireless receiver. We've got one wireless handheld microphone and then a wireless body pack. So full disclosure, I'm actually using the Phenyx Pro PDP-2 to record my voice into right now with my handy dandy wireless body pack. But this unit right here is kind of marketed as a more robust option. If we check out the description here on the back, they've got the PTU71 series was born with the mission that everyone can enjoy superior sound quality and professional features without overpaying. So Phenyx Pro definitely is positioning themselves as a budget-friendly option to the Shure and Sennheiser options that are out there. These units look nearly identical to what those big name companies are selling. We've got adjustable UHF frequency design, provides more flexibility when facing outside interference. The state-of-the-art auto scan circuitry scans the entire RF environment precisely to quickly locate the best available frequency and deliver promising wireless performance. And they say here, guarantee fewer cutoffs and dropouts for your important moments in live shows, weddings, church, DJ, conference meetings, public speaking, etc. A lot of bold claims here, right? And unfortunately, I won't have the chance to test this out at my local, huge arena gig or anything like that. But we will test the range of this unit today. I'm going to walk in between some walls in my house and see how it cuts in and out and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy. So we have a sweet carrying case design, so you can carry it in the door from Amazon. Open the box up here. We're met with some cardboard and then the goodies. So we've got an owner's manual. Definitely need that. And then everything else in here. Okay, so let's pull all this. Oh, sweet. We actually get two wireless handheld units. Yeah, this is not what I expected. Surprises. All right, so we've got one of our wireless handheld units. I'm going to set that over here. Another wireless handheld microphone. We've got some little rests and mounts for those. We've got some connection cables inside of there. The wireless receiver itself. Let's go ahead and pull that out of the plastic bag. Yeah, man, there you have it. And XLRs on the back there. Mix out. Sweet. Power supply for the wireless unit. We've got some batteries here, which are presumably for the handheld microphones. And then we've got some antenna. All right, well, I guess they sent me the version today with two wireless handheld units instead of a wireless and a body pack, but it's totally cool. So presumably you can just go ahead and buy that PWB7 body pack from Phenyx Pro and use it with this system, so you could have a wireless handheld microphone and a body pack for a lav mic, that kind of thing. Totally cool. Let's open this thing up. Wow, really like robust feeling microphone. This is a metal design. There's a plastic cap at the bottom there. Companies always do that, I feel like. There's a metal housing and then kind of like a plastic cap at the bottom. See a spot for batteries here. So these do take two AA batteries. That stuff always concerns me a bit, right? Because we're messing around with batteries on stage and it could die and all that kind of stuff. This unit did come with some kind of like off-brand cheap looking batteries, so I would definitely, go buy your Duracells or whatever. Oh, that's cool though. It's got like a little spring-loaded clip system in there to keep the batteries nice and secure from like falling out. Great. Screw that back on there. Sweet. It turns on. I'm just going to take some time to get this gear set up. You guys can watch the sped up version now. Boom. So you've got that little star there. You can sit it down. So we've got a 1/4 inch with an 3.5 millimeter jack converter there. I'm assuming the manual is going to tell us what that's for, but if I'm betting, that's a mix out cable right there that you can send. So you could even send the mix out to a 3.5 millimeter jack and do that to like a stereo in or something on like say for example my Shure amplifier, which has one of those in channel 4. They're like these little knobbies on the side of these that you have to line up with some holes in the antenna, so be careful of that. We've got the wireless unit. Plug it in, turn it on. There you go, folks. She's fired up. Okay, let's check out this manual here and see what we're actually doing. System overview. So I powered it on, and then on the front there we have a couple different controls. Let's check that out. So we've got the power button, volume control knobs to adjust our levels. Then there's an up button next to that stuff. The up button, it says short press, tap this button for frequency increment, long press for 2 seconds to initiate the lock function. Okay, cool. So we can lock the frequency, so in case we don't like bump into it or anything like that. 4, the set button. So we've got short press, tap this button for infrared synchronization setup, long press for 2 seconds to initiate the auto scan function. Cool. 5, we've got the down button, so that goes down in frequencies. LCD display, IR window for infrared synchronization setup. So that would be, the IR window is like right up here in the top left-hand corner. So we're already, man, I think we're set up and good to go here. Let's connect these microphones up real quick and see what they do. Connect and power up the receiver. Connect antenna. Already did that. Connect the power supply. Connect the audio output to an amplifier speaker. Doi, we got to do that for you guys. So I'm going to run an XLR connector here today into the back of this, because XLR is generally just like, you know, better than an unbalanced TS out. So we've got that. I just plugged it in. Plugged into my audio interface. We're in Logic Pro. Let's see how to get some sound moving through these things. All right, let's turn on this one here. Check 1 2. Oh, I think we're getting audio on it already. Sweet. So 34. Okay, no wait. Group 3, channel 4. And let's look at the screen here. So that looks like we're coming through the first channel. It just kind of like automatically figured it out. So if I change to 5 here, what does that do on my... So I just changed channels on this thing. I wonder how I do it on the microphone. Okay, so we can do IR setup. Okay, 1 short press of the set button to initiate IR synchronization, and then vertically aim the IR window of a transmitter to that end of the receiver. Check, check, check. 1 2. Nice. So that's really slick, folks. So we've got an IR feature here. If you check that set button that's here in the middle of the receiver, and then you tap that and then point this little IR kind of window at the top of your LCD kind of panel here on the microphone. If you point that toward the receiver, they automatically pair. Super cool. I love it. Great. You know, these UHF things, I'm a dummy when it comes to this stuff. Let's be really honest, folks. I'm a super dummy. I hate setting up frequencies and finding all the little menus and things like this. But this one, as you can see, we set it up in under, 5-10 minutes here. So this is pretty great. Let's see what else it says in the manual. Pair up the receiver and transmitters, manual setup versus auto scan. Yeah, and let's check that out. So auto scan. So this one's set up for channel 8, check 1 2, testing 1 2 3, check, check, check. But check this out, we actually need a different channel. So I'm going to switch channels over here. There are 2 channels, 1 channel per microphone in this scenario. So I'm going to plop this one out real quick. And then check 1 2 3. There we go. So channel 2. So you've got 2 different XLR inputs that you're going to, or excuse me, 2 different XLR outputs that you're going to need to put this system into your board. And if you want a mixed output, you can use the 1/4 inch here. And let me actually test that one out to see if it does what I was thinking I was doing with the other ones. So 2 XLR cable outs for 2 channels, but I think this mix out will give us both on a single channel.
Check, check, check. Test 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. Test 1, 2, 3.
So the audio output seems a little lower now that I'm doing this mix out, which I guess kind of makes sense because it's
An unbalanced output.
the quarter-inch style output. So that's maybe something to keep in mind, that the output, I guess, is a little lower if you're working with that. But you can always just, you know.
What's it sound like with the volume at max? Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test 1, 2.
We've got channel 1, I believe.
My right hand, check 1, 2. And channel 2, check 1, 2.
So the mix out works as it should. I'm going to switch that back over, and we're just going to rock channel 1 for the rest of this little demo here. Really cool. I like the connectivity options that we have here because, you know, Phenyx Pro is clearly, like I said, hitting that kind of prosumer type market. So if you're a gigging musician, you might just want to plug this into the stereo jack that's on your amplifier that you're busking with or something like that, just to have your microphone there. You know, there are a lot of options that way, and not everything, you know, can be or should be a like pro audio scenario these days. You know, if you're interested in that kind of thing, you're probably going to buy a Shure or a Sennheiser anyways, because you're playing an arena or something like that. But for
us normies out there, this is
I think a good option. Let me turn the volume back down. All right, gang, you asked for it. It's karaoke time here. What am I gonna sing? All right, let's pull up my strum machine here and see how it goes with a bluegrass chestnut here.
How about, here's a classic for you folks. Bluegrass karaoke with Hayes Griffin. There's a well-beaten path on this old mountainside where I wandered when I was a lad. There I wandered alone to the place I call home in those Blue Ridge Hills far away. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge Hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge Mountain home? Okay, folks, one last thing that I want to test out here now that we've gotten a chance to hear the audio quality on a vocal song. I'm just going to walk all through my house and see if this thing cuts out. So, bye. Follow me on this journey. Here we go. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. I returned to that old mountain home with a sigh. I've been longing for days gone by. When I die, won't you bury me on this old mountainside? Make my resting place upon the hill so high, Mr. Dio. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. Hey, check it out. We're in my new studio that you guys haven't seen yet in a YouTube video. Now you have seen it. Wee. Opposite end of the house. There's Murray causing some trouble. All right, furthest reaches. Let's do something freaking nuts. I'm going to walk out my front door here. Make sure no kitties escape. Check. 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Check, check, check. Oh, man, is it a beautiful day here in Columbus, Ohio, or what, people? Sorry. Check, check, check. At the end of my driveway. Testing 1, 2, 3. Holy smokes. There's so many lions in my yard. Who else is terrible about yard care? Check. 1, 2, 3. I'm walking. Yes, indeed. And I'm talking about you and me using that Phenyx Pro mic. Murray, what do you say, dude? What do you say, man? Alrighty. Well, I'm going to do a quick scan of the audio waveform. Did we have any drops? Maybe so. Let's stop the audio and listen back. Get back, boys. Yes, indeed.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, my friends. So you heard it there. There were a few dropouts that we had at the extreme end of my house. What do they claim here on the unit? The range. The range is 328 feet. We definitely far exceeded that range. So we were definitely at least that by the other end of my house, plus like a few concrete walls and everything like that in between. So once again, if you're doing something that requires a lot of navigation around walls and things like that, or a huge distance, maybe this unit won't do the trick for you. They do have some like range extenders and other antenna and stuff like that available on their website. Maybe that would help out. But there you have it. Honest opinion on the range. Alrighty there, gang. There you have it. The Phenyx Pro PTU71 dual channel wireless microphone system. I hope you've enjoyed this demo here for you, and definitely check out the links below in the description for some Phenyx Pro gear. This stuff is really affordable, like I was saying. So if you're looking for something for your church, you don't have like a huge budget, I would suggest Phenyx Pro. So if we're looking at this right now, if I'm looking at this system on Amazon.com, we are looking at $148.99. So if we just go and look at like a Shure unit, let's see, Shure wireless mic. So a 2-channel Shure system, similar build, you've got $299. And here's another one for like $500. The one that's comparable to the Shure system, though, is double the price of this Phenyx unit. So if 100% iron-proof total arena-style gig reliability is not your priority, this is probably worth a look. 50% off of that Shure or Sennheiser price to get something that, like I said, it's really robust. These microphones are really sturdy build quality. I could definitely, unless I dropped it right on the end, I could see this thing definitely standing up against the test of time. Functionality is really simple. Connectivity is really simple. What more can you want, folks? $148.99. So go ahead, check out that link below in the description if you want to check out this wireless handheld unit. And before I get out of here today, I just want to say thanks to my friends at Phenyx Pro for sending me this gear to demo. As you can tell, I love my PDP unit. I think that's what it's called. Yes, the PDP-2. I love that one. You've seen the headset mic in a couple of videos already, and it's just a really simple, good audio quality, sturdy body pack. So Phenyx Pro, I'm kind of a fan, I was not paid or anything like that to do this review. All they did was send me the gear for free and just ask for my honest opinion. So you got it here today, folks. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, and don't go anywhere because we got more great videos right here.